Evan Lee never stopped working there. Evan Lee, he's not a defender. Whatsoever. Pitcher to hitter. Like I said, you may see Hunter Wilson over there. I might put Kinley over there. I could stick Kirsten over there if I really needed to. And, we're going to look at all of it. You know, we got to get a little more production over there, and a little better defense. Or if we're not getting the production, we need to play really, really solid defense.
Is lack of production there surprised him in the offensive?
Oh yeah. I mean, just look at the numbers. There's not a lot of RBIs there, and that's a position that needs to produce and be able to make plays, but produce. It just hadn't happened.
Number 3 starter.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, he looked really good for almost 4 innings. I mean, stuff was real good. 92, 95, down L, good cutter. Just got to be able to work out of a jam every now and then. So I think what it would be would just be a real short leash.
You said it would be probably at least Sunday before Carson pitch. Is that like a training bit, like the trainers make that call? Like he's got to be out?
The doctors. I think it's protocol a certain amount of days from the time you're diagnosed or showed symptoms, something along that line, and I think that's about where it is.
And you're saying he's trying to keep his weight up?
Yeah, I mean he's been trying to eat, because he lost some weight at first, but he's starting to get it back, and he just needs to be strong when he's ready to go.
Is he able to do any baseball stuff?
Well, his baseball stuff's pretty much on his own, and that's just keeping the arm in shape, so playing catch and that type of stuff. As far as throwing in a scrimmage game or to live hitters or with coaches standing around giving him instruction, he's on the road right now.
Sir Carson tried to talk his way into the lineup by Saturday or maybe even Friday, but how do you think he responded to swinging the live pitches yesterday?
I thought he did a great job. Thursday in VP is really hurting him. We hit down in Baton Rouge, and then Friday he hit a round or two and then kind of pulled himself out. And Saturday it was a lot better, and he even said, "Hey, if you need me off the bench for a pinch hit or something." There were a couple of times we were looking at him, but it wasn't the right situation. And obviously he was good to go Sunday, and BP was really good. He didn't grimace during BP like he was in pain, and felt good about him being in the lineup.
You mentioned the pitching staff for A&M. What other challenges they present?
Well, it's a good mix. A hard-throwing righty, really crafty lefty. Bullpen has some really good arms. Lefty that's more of a crafty guy. A guy they didn't think they'd get back. I think he was drafted and decided to come back for his senior year. And then a right-hander that's kind of a side armor that throws hard, kind of a converted guy and to that arm slot. And then Kolick throws on Sunday, and he threw Friday for him last year. So, they know what they're going to do every weekend, and they pretty much stuck with it. And they're like all of us. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They're a couple games behind us, but they're right in the mix with everybody else. So every game's important.
Are you okay with not getting 7 or 8 inning starts? That's more pitches for Knight and Murphy down the road, or how do you feel about
Thought
it?
about that a lot. I pulled Knight out an inning or two probably earlier than normal, and probably the first thing I say to him, or first thing I say is, "Hey, good job. We're going to go to the pen." And he's like, I got more in here, and I'm saying we're going to need it down the road. That's what I always tell him, and I do feel that.
Do you like the fact that he never wants to come out?
Oh yeah, I think every coach likes the fact that pitchers want to stay out there, but sometimes you got to save some, or we see something, or you just got to make a move.
What do you feel like you guys got to do to make sure you get a regional at home?
I don't know. Just keep playing. Just win. It's like anybody else. Just try to win as many games as you can down the stretch. Played a really tough schedule. Strength of schedule is like 5th in the country. Still got A&M here who's ranked, and then obviously we go on the road to a top 10 team, or RPI-wise, at Georgia. So that's not going anywhere. Maybe to 3 or 2 or whatever. And if we win enough games, because everybody we play the rest of the year is going to be a very good team. The next 6, and then you get into a tournament, I don't know who we're going to face. They're going to be a ranked team for the most part, and if we win our share, we deserve it. They'll give us a reason.
At first base, is it safe to say you're going to make a change, or you're contemplating a change?
It's pretty safe to say that I'm going to make a change.
How much do you hope that motivates those two guys to pick it up?
Well, they can come off the bench and maybe get a hit, or I can match them up against somebody. But it's just time. If it was just, it's turned into a defensive position for me. So if we decide to go back to an offensive position, then maybe somebody else goes there and we put Bonnie in the outfield, and then we can DH Lee. I mean, there's some options, but it's not like there's panic, but it's frustration more than anything, because this is a position that that in most cases is got to be a position where you guys produce.
You look at the West, how jumbled up it is right now. I mean, we've talked about it before during the season, but with 2 weeks left.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all where it's at. I mean, I look at where we are, and 1 minute you're frustrated because you feel like you should win a couple more games, and then you take a step back and say, I'm probably lucky to be there. Ole Miss is as good as anybody in the country, and they almost got swept at South Carolina, had to win in extra innings, and they're a game back. And then LSU, slow start, kicked it into gear, play extremely well at home. Looking at who everybody else plays, they're all just play each other. It's just going to probably go down to probably that last 2 games of the regular season before we're going to figure it out, and that's what I've thought all along.
If Cronin is medically cleared Sunday, but he hadn't really thrown in a couple weeks, I mean, are you hesitant to use him when he maybe isn't?
Well, if he's our best option, I'll use him. If the other guys have already thrown, and they probably will by then. I mean, and he's the best guy. I mean, he's thrown. He's playing. He's keeping his arm in shape. He just had thrown in a live game against live hitters. So, but he knows how to do that.
But he's thrown some in practice, keeping his arm in shape.
He's thrown on his own. Yeah.
How tough is it to balance Rindle and Loski's pitches right now when that's what you have to help play that game?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I talked about a little bit. We felt like if we could have, if we had one more guy, we wouldn't have to double up. Maybe we'd have got another game down there. It's been, you just get to the point, and this is where we're at now. Let's just try to win this game. Almost to the point where if you got to use them all in one day, use them all, get the win, and hope you go out the next day and score 10 runs. And so it is a tough balance, but it's almost like you can't look at tomorrow. You just got to try to win today.